Hello everyone, thanks for stopping back in. My name is Jean, and today we're into August already, so I thought we'll start working on Christmas things. So at least once a month I'll do a Christmas item. Today we're going to start with a Christmas card, and I'm going to be using this die. I got this one off of Amazon. It was $6.99. It runs about 4.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So I thought I would take this one and show you a few different ways we can, decorate cards with this. That one I bought. The other one I'm using is oval one. Just is from my stash. I know it's a Gina K oval, but any oval will work. And then I just pulled out a couple word dies. I got Happy Christmas and Merry Christmas that we'll be using. I have most everything cut already. I'm just going to show you how to cut this. It takes too long to kind of sit here and cut everything out. I wanted to show you, with this, I cut it out of, here's glitter paper, and it cut beautifully. So we got the glitter paper. We have a foil, so foil paper used. And all this paper is from my stash. So some of it I can link, some of it I can't. And then this is just regular decorative paper. Okay, those are some of the papers that we cut out of. I'm going to cut one. I'm using my Anna Griffin Mini Empress. Any die cut machine will work, of course. I just love my Empress. And for me, I know I need 2 A plates, but I know I'm going to need a little paper shim with this because I'm doing foil, so I want a little extra. And I need my metal shim for this, the magnetic plate. You just take your machine, whatever machine you have, and you test with scrap paper. That's like the best you can do, because it tells you in the book what to use, but if I'm cutting foil or glitter paper, I know I need a little extra boost in there to cut it all the way through. I've cut enough with this machine that I know. All right, so then the die goes cutting side up on mine, and we are going to cut first the red foil, and this I believe is, I don't think it's Crickets. Oh, this is Recollections. It comes in a paper pack. This one's Recollections from Michael's. So I know that is. Okay, let's just cut this. And then I'm just going to, I guess I didn't plug it in yet, so hold on. I guess you need, oh no, it is plugged in. Okay, hopefully it's running now. Let's see. Good. All right, so I like to run, when I'm doing like a foil or a heavier weight paper, I run it through at least 2 times. I can already see that it cut, but I like to flip it over and then I run it through again. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Gonna need a pokey tool. Pull this out. And you have that piece. Well, if I can get hold of it here. Now you just usually flip it over and give it a couple whacks. Now it's stuck in there pretty good. So you just go find one of the holes. They have these little holes here. And push it out. And then pull, but don't pull too hard because they get embedded in there pretty good. If you're gentle enough, it comes out really nice. And so there we have that piece. Now I'm going to make a layered one with this one. So we're going to do 2 more cuts. And then the rest I have cut out. And then just take your pokey tool and then poke out all the rest of the bits. Okay, let's see, got them all. Now I'm going to do a little layered. I want to show you how you can kind of make different colors with your die. So I'm going to take this gold one, and then we're going to put that for the candles. So I want to put it so it goes just below the candle dripping. You'll see when we bring it out. Okay, so I'm going to bring that one right about there. And then make sure I'm not on my green leaves. Okay. Then, yeah, that one I don't care about. This one. And then I'm going to take a green piece of foil and we're going to put that, right up here for get the green leaves. Yeah, I live dangerously. I don't really tape much. You can tape if you need to. Okay, I think I got it in there. Okay. Bring in my machine back in. Oh, I see I just moved my piece and I wasn't paying attention. That's okay. We have our sample one anyways. So I just looked up at the monitor quick to make sure I was still in screen. But we're just going to show you. That's okay. Okay. Move that. We won't need this, so let's move that out of our way. Okay. Now I'm going to pull out some of that. All right, let's grate our leaf one. Let's see, which one do I need to push out? Not that one. Just find the one and pull. And now let's do our candle. Those are going to come out separate. Okay, let's push all that aside. All right, then we take our red one back in here, and then you would glue these. Let's bring you down here. Okay, so we have the red base. Then you would glue the gold on top, like that. I'm not gonna glue it on. I have our sample. That's not the right one. This is the right one. It's like a puzzle. And just set that one on top so you can see. And then for this one, I would cut out these little pieces because those I want red. So I would cut all those off. And I'm not going to take the time to cut all of them off because I have a sample. And then we would lay that over the top like that. And this one we can put on, but I messed up on that one. So now you kind of have a three-tone one, which looks like this. Okay, let's get our mess out of the way. So now you have this, you got the gold, the red, and I'm trying to get the light to show it. So there we go, there's a good one. So you see the gold on top, the red, and then the green. So you can do that with your dies also. It doesn't take much time to do that, especially when you're not on camera. All right, now I have everything cut out to save us some time because we have 5 different cards that we're going to be making here. And let's start out with something like really, really simple. All I'm taking is a white card base, a regular A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so just a regular white one. And then I have this glitter layer piece, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're just going to glue that down on top of there. I see my little card base is a little crooked, so we're just going to fix that. There. All right. So let's glue this on top. This is like just dies. I'm not using anything but dies and paper for this video. I want you to see how easy it is to make some Christmas cards instead of paying a fortune for some cards. All right. Put that aside for a minute. Now for the candle, it came out of, I don't know if you can still, I think you can still get this paper pack, Noel paper pack. And I just took out a sheet from there. I think I have another one in here. Maybe not. Let me see. Yeah. I just took this sheet right here and then I cut it out. I wanted something with a more busy pattern and a smaller pattern so that we could make sure we get enough of the pattern on our candle. So you can see what happened there? So now you're thinking, well, geez, how am I going to glue that down? I am not going to, you know, I don't want to sit there and put little daubs of glue on the back. So I have that, and I'm going to take this out too because I'll show you how we're going to glue that down. And then I took my Happy Christmas one and did the same thing with the same paper pack. So now you can just take and put glue on the back of this, or if you have a Xyron or whatever you have. I have the sticky folio from We Are Memory Keepers, sticky folio. And let's go down a little bit more. So I have the sticky folio. If you've never seen this before, it comes with these sheets like this that you put in. There's a little tool and everything that you can use. It has an edge on to help rub it down, and then it's got the little tweezers. Now when you open this sheet, take the protective sheet off. I'm just going to hold it back a little bit. These are little itty bitty glue dots. So let's take and put these down and try to get them in here so we're not wasting too much space. Okay, then put your protective sheet back down, and you can either just rub it with your fingers, is what I do mostly, or you can take the tool and use the tool. I'm kind of a hands-on kind of person. And this works really, really well because the dots are really, really small. I've had some other dot paper and the dots are kind of big, so it really didn't work the best. Okay, let's move this to the side. Grab our card here. I'll push that up that way. Okay, now we're going to take off the protective sheet and we are going to grab our little piece off. It sticks down pretty good, so just take your time and get a hold of it. And you can see, I'll show you that in a minute, where the dots left. Now I'm going to put it down here on this one. Okay, then we're going to take our Happy off. I just use this normally just to get a hold of it. And then we are going to put, I think we'll put it this way. And I think I'll put this down just a little from that one. Now you can see on here where it took the glue away. Okay, let's put that aside. And that's your card. And I'm not putting nothing inside yet because I'm going to probably use these for Christmas. And some of them I just handwrite. I don't put stamps inside. Now you can go surely decorate this up as much as you want. Put a bling, more bling on, but I think it's got enough bling. And that's just a quick, simple card if you want to make your own card. That's all you have to do. Okay, so let's put that aside. See if we get a little bit more of our mess out of the way here. All right, move that aside for a minute. What do we have next? Okay, here's another really quick, easy one. This one I have Happy Christmas done in silver. Yep, it's stuck to my finger yet. And I have the candle also done in the silver foil. And then I took, these are paper packs from Hobby Lobby last year. I don't know if they'll be selling them this year or not, but I picked them up and actually didn't even use any of them. I am using this plaid one out of here. This is Winter Cabin. So I got that. Same thing. Let's push you guys aside. I think I'll do the same orientation as this one. Same card base. This is the same size. A 4 by 5 1/4. I'm just going to lay that down. And I left it open and it's so humid today. Okay, and just set that down. Like that plaid. And that darker color looks really good with the silver. All right, bring in our sticky folio again. Yeah, I was skeptical at first when I bought this. And I'm like, I don't know how well it's gonna work. It works well. Okay, and we need, we're doing Happy Christmas with this one again. And actually, I've done a video on this if I can find it. I think it was about a year ago. I did a video on a review on this. And I did some other items. I'll try to remember to link that. Main thing is just to rub everything down so that it catches all those dots for you. Like I said, you don't have one of these, go ahead and use glue. It just, you know, you just gotta put little dots of glue on the back. I'll show you. Let me get my cap back on here while I'm talking so it doesn't dry out. Okay, that should be good. Move it off to the side, grab this back in, and I'm just gonna pull it off. Just go slowly. But it sticks down well. Okay, show me camera. Let's do the same orientation on there, and then you can see two different looks. There's a fly circling me. You know when you got dogs and you're opening that door constantly all day long? Ugh. And then my one dog will be sitting, and if she sees it, she's like trying to get it in her mouth. And I see my Happy. I got to get the little piece out of there. Okay. And I think we'll go straight across with this one. Now it's stuck on me. Of course it is. Come down just a little bit here. At least it's not a bee. A bee hasn't snuck in yet, but they eventually go back to the screen door. Now that should have went over just a little bit, but I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, and see now you have two different looks here. You got that silver on the darker background and the red glitter. So there's two in just a few seconds. All right, next we will do, so I have this one I've had for a couple years, the Echo Park My Favorite Winter, and we are going to use a white card base also, but we're going to go with this orientation this way. I'm just going to make sure it's folded down good. First, we are going to layer a piece of red glitter paper on top. Just by using it, and a lot of these papers, you know, they like, Some of these I took as scraps. Some of these glitter ones I took, they were cut from a 12 by 12 sheet, and I had some half sheets and stuff left. But you can definitely, the words and the candle you can use from scraps, because they're small enough so you can take scrap paper and cut all them up. It's so easy to make your own cards. When I first started many, many years ago, making, like, I didn't have dies and all that stuff, you know. But it's so much easier. And I always got compliments all the time when I sent people my cards and everything. And it's so much, and I like doing it. This is the time of the year. I usually start in June making my cards. I have some done. And this year it's going to be a match. I mean, it's going to be all different. Usually I make send the same card to everybody. This year I'm going to use, because I have a lot of samples that I've been making, we're going to use these cards. So I took this sheet of paper, the pine needles and the red berries, and that's going to be our layer piece. Now we're going to put that right there. But it takes no time at all to, you know, plan. You know, I do a little planning. You know, I kind of like, what do I want to use? That's probably my longest process, because it's like, okay, now what do I want to use? Do I want to layer? Do I want to, you know, do I need layer sheets? And, you know, or just make it really simple. Okay, now we need to bring this back in. I love this for, oh, I'll do with the candle. I'll just do the happy, and I'll show you the candle. I'll just do these ones, and I'll just show you with the glue. Okay, let's leave those in there for a minute, because I like put the candle down first. Now let me make sure. I'm gonna grab a wet wipe here. I want to get all the glue off that tip, because I don't want any too big to come out. I'm going to show you how, if you don't have anything else, how to use the glue. All right. So I'll just find a place to hold on to that I'm not going to maybe worry about gluing down. And then, so like these big, more solid areas, I'll put a little bit more down. And so I'll just kind of run my thing around like that. And then I just choose a couple of points, and then I put a little bit of glue down. I don't go crazy. I just glue just a few points that I want to make sure are adhered, and then just kind of go over with your glue. And just get a little dot. Don't go overboard. All right. And I'm going to try to find a place to grab it. We'll put that right about here. That looked nice already. This die is really nice and really versatile. Okay, now it's going to slide a little bit because it's glue. Put that cap back on. I'm just going to gently. All right, now let's get, so that's how you can use glue if you don't have anything else but glue. Like I said, I don't use this a lot, but I do when I have little pieces like this. And this was perfect to use it on. Oh yeah, I used the Happy Christmas again. That must have been my favorite die when I was cutting the pieces out. Okay, and I'm gonna do a little over this way. I'm gonna do it on an angle, I think. And let's grab out the Christmas. And let's go on. Get off my tweezers. Let's see. All right, move that again. Now look at that one. Isn't that really pretty? You don't need nothing else. That is just perfect, just like that. And I'll bring all these at the end. We'll bring them all back out. So far, I don't know what my favorite is. So we'll bring them all back out. All right. We got 2 more left. All right. This one, I've got layering quite a bit on this one. So this one, I'm starting with a red base. So we got a red. Okay. Same size A2. And then each one of these layers I'll measure for you. I'm doing gold foil on this one, and this should be 4 by 5 1/4 for this layer. Okay. Oh, that's going to get covered up anyway, so don't worry about it. And we're just going to put that one down. Sorry about that. You know, foil is quite shiny, but we'll be covering it up in just a minute. Okay, so we got the red. We're going to put the gold. I like the layer. I like layering. I think, okay, like this one. So we did a simple layer. This one we didn't do. We just did the one layer. This one we added a layer. And look at the difference that makes in your card by adding an extra layer in there, a paper. I mean, if you don't have, I have, you know, I know what it's like before I had a YouTube channel. My supplies weren't as big as they are now. Now I keep more things on hand because I need to do things for you guys. So I like to have things on hand so I don't have to look for it at the last minute. So I'm going to do another red one. I'm going to put, I don't want all that gold shining. I just want a little bit of shine. So I'm going to put another gold, red layer on top of the gold. And this one is 3 3/4 by 5. So we're going to add that one on top. And I'm giving you a variety of different cards so you can choose what you want to do depending on what your paper stash is like. If you don't have no decorative paper, that's fine. You can still do this without decorative paper. Instead of the glitter, you could have just used red paper back here. If that's all you have. You don't have to have decorative paper. I made cards on a lot less back in the day. Yeah. Then I've got out of this paper pack, which is from, yes, Hobby Lobby last year also, Oh Holy Night. I took this sheet here. It's got some gold foiling on it. And I cut a piece of that. And this one I cut down to 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then we're going to put that layer on. I tied all the gold into that, so I wanted something with a gold foil to help bring out that gold also. And let's just glue that down. On top of there, as straight as we can get it. I'm not saying everybody gets a perfect card, you know. Sometimes it might be a little crooked base or something. You do your best. These are handmade. Okay, so far we have that. You can see that gold peek out in the background there. Now we're going to use our folio again. And you can buy, you know, more of these pages. I have a whole bunch right here. Okay, let's see. Hey, I used Merry Christmas this time. How about that, guys? I used something different. Okay, throw that down. And we are going to put Christmas on an angle here. I can get in there. I try to squeeze in some of these little areas. Try not to waste too much of the dots. I'm going to put this down flat so I can rub on it. I could make Christmas cards all year long. We'll be doing tags and maybe some other Christmas projects. And if you've seen in Christmas in July, I did a Christmas card with a tree die. And then I also showed you how to make a couple different gift boxes. So we did that in July. I'll probably be doing some ornaments. So all different things I have on my little list. I keep a notebook. And every time something pops into my head, which pops in too much, like when I'm trying to sleep, I hate that. I'll be laying there, like when I go to bed, I usually read or watch a couple of YouTube things just to relax me. And all of a sudden, these things just pop into my head. Especially when I'm reading a book. And they might give me an idea in my book. Okay, let's put this down. I'm doing red. I couldn't find, this was the closest red paper I could get to my foil. But that don't really matter. Okay, again, we're going to put the red down. Then we've got our Merry Christmas this time. And I think I like it corner to corner, so I think I'm going to keep sticking with that. Corner to corner. I like that. And these dies, I'm not even sure where I got these dies from. I I have so many dies and they've been in my stash. I know some people get rid of the dies they don't use very much. I keep pretty much everything. Someday down the road, I'm going to use it. All right, make sure they're down good. And there we have, look at that. That one's really pretty too. You see that foil? I don't want to shine it too much, but you can see that foil paper. So we had this layered one compared to that layered one. All right, we have one last one that we can squeeze in here. And this is the one I'm using my 3-color candle on. So this one from Hobby Lobby also. All these were like half price, 40% off, whatever. I picked them up. I didn't need them last year because I was pretty much done with all my Christmas projects because I start in June. Let's just face it, I start designing in June. So I use whatever I have in stash from the year before. And so the beginning of August is when I started working on designing some of my Christmas projects. So I just grabbed what I had in stash and I'm using Christmas Basics on this one. And the same thing we are going to use just a plain white background. You don't have to use white. You can use a red, you can use green, whatever. I just thought I would stick with most of them with just a plain white background. This one I did the darker background, base card. Then I took the striped one, just a plain striped one, and we're gonna put that right on top. Just grab whatever. Whoops. Alright, put that on there best you can. Good. Okay, now, then I did the oval out of silver. I cut that oval out, and we're just gonna set that in the middle. I'm just gonna see, I'm gonna want my alignment here. Yep, that should be good. That'll be good. All right, we're gonna lay that down, but we're gonna foam this one up. I normally don't do a lot. I'm gonna put a little extra, you know, because this one might go in the mail. I normally don't do a lot of, you know, raising a lot of, if I'm gonna be sending it. But one simple one like this isn't gonna hurt. I've sent them before. I'm just putting extra on because it's gonna be on top and it's gonna get, you know, pushed down a little bit. So bear with me. And I probably go overboard. And these are Gina K's foam squares, which I really love. They sells them in the black and the white she sells them in. Anything I can link, I will link for you guys. You know, if you're, I'm not sponsored by anybody or any products or anything like that, so I use what's in my stash. I'm just a simple crafter who likes to craft, and yes, I do get sponsored every once in a while, but I'm not any one particular product or anything like that. All right, there we go. Now we got to bring this in. We are using Merry Christmas this time again, and we are going to use our 3-color one, which I think is, I love it. I'll probably make a bunch more of the 3-color ones for sending out. All right, let's put this on here. And okay. Okay, let's pull that off, move it to the side. Start with the candle here. My main die that I use, or stamp, or whatever I use for our Christmas projects, that I will purchase so that you guys have something that you can purchase. Okay, let me put this, I'm going to put this right kind of in the middle, like that. Let me kind of see and make sure I got it somewhat. Got a little teeny wiggle room there. Okay. We got that. Okay, see it's foamed up a little bit. So we got that so far. And now that out of there. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I like the angle look in the corners, but bring that up just a little there. And get the Christmas out. Yeah, I have plenty of Christmas stamps, but I did not have any Christmas words, but these two. And I don't mind that it goes over the decorative paper a little bit. All right. And you want to give that time to adhere. It's like any glue. The longer it sits, then the more permanent it becomes. All right, there we go, guys. Our last card. See the 3 colors. Now let's see if I can get them all back in here. Probably not. Bring that down a little bit so you can see my mess. There you go. 5 cards, 1 die, and 5 different looks. Now, there's many more different things you can do. I just did quick and simple for you guys. I know, you know, with all my beginners and stuff, I like to try to keep it more simple for you guys. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you later with another Christmas project. Thanks for stopping in. I'll see you guys later. Bye now.